Southern fried rice, now that I've seen a lot of clips posted here on TikTok, which I, for one, am disgusted by. And I want to talk about how the same thought process that was put into Southern fried rice was also put into the movie Sinners as well. Number two, I wanted to talk about the fat black mammy trope and also the evil dark-skinned black woman trope as well. And I should have said that, and the evil dark-skinned black woman trope as well. Number three, I wanted to talk about gatekeeping, separation, and FPA. And then number four, I wanted to talk about solutions here. How can we break the VW programming chip that has been installed in all of us? How can we break that program? Break free from that program, okay? That's what I want to talk about today because honestly, Keke Palmer already rubbed me the wrong way with platforming the Southern Fried Rice show that would center an Asian woman over a black woman that she could have gave the time and opportunity to. But then when I see clips of them making the plus size dark-skinned black woman the evil villain, the one that has an attitude, the one that's supposedly doing this and being mean is wild. Like, Tyler Perry does that a lot as well. And I really don't understand why we as black women even continue to support people, even if they look like us, that are going to push forth these negative tropes. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like, why? Why would you do that? Like, as a black woman, what do you get out of making it seem like plus size, dark-skinned black women are evil, mean, and nasty? Or as in the show, if anybody saw the show Harlem with Making Good, which I stopped watching because they over-sexualized the dark-skinned plus-size black woman on there and made her to be like this ex-fiend. And that was on purpose too. Like, it was on purpose. And I be questioning the dark-skinned black women that play these roles. You know what I'm saying? I understand that you want to get your foot in the door. You want to get paid. You want to make some money and all of that. But at what cost? At what cost? Like, why does the dark-skinned plus-size black woman have to be doing all of that? Or why does the dark-skinned black woman, if she is even, let's just say she's not plus size, why is it that she has to be mean, evil, nasty, have an attitude problem? Huh? Yeah, it's disgusting. It's disgusting. Let's see here. Maggie says, yep, it made her apologize to that director at the theater. Yeah. Exactly. I had to stop watching that show. And it's like, I feel like in 2025, like, we should, as black people, be smart enough to see the BS. To see like, oh, okay, these are racist tropes. These are things that they want us to be. They want to associate dark skin with aggression and violence and attitude and being evil and mean and nasty. And they want to definitely associate that with black women. So maybe we shouldn't make scenes like that where we have dark-skinned black women that we portray as evil, mean, and nasty and having an attitude problem. Nor do we always want to cast plus-size dark-skinned black women and make it seem like it's a negative stereotype. Like, I really do believe that, and hopefully this doesn't rub anyone the wrong way, but I think that because they know that plus-size women aren't the beauty standard and they want to keep pushing forth that dark-skinned black women have no desirability, that's the reason why they always cast plus-size women in these roles as well. Let's see here. MXP, you said that is only try for dark skinned black men. I'm sure you probably accidentally mistyped. I don't know what you mean, MXP. Maybe you could tell me what you mean, MXP. Let's see here. Let's see here. Max says, I knew it wasn't for me. I've been done. No one automatically gets my money. Your time or your money. I can respect that. For sure. I can respect that. For sure. But like I said, this is what I want to talk about today. Hopefully, I'm gonna try to just wait until I can get like at least like 30 people in the live, and if you guys tap the screen, that should get the push the live out more so we can get more people to talk about this. But honestly, Kiki Palmer, she lost all my respect. Every last bit of my respect she lost. And I can never give it back to her. Ever in life. Oh, okay. Let's see here. Are you saying MXP that only black men benefit from like the angry stereotype? I still don't think I know exactly what you mean, sis. But if you want to come up, I definitely let you speak. Cause you know how it is. Let's see here. Renee, the author, you said boycott it, don't give the show views. I definitely didn't. The only thing I've seen about the show has been on TikTok. People replaying, reposting clips. I would not click on it and give them a view. All right, let me go over here to Jay Holt. Go ahead, Jay Holt. You have something to say?
Yeah, hello. How you doing today?
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great. I don't even recommend you to even watch that Southern Fried Rice. Like, that is a f- that was a cultural. It was just bad for the culture. Period. Like, it's just nothing you can even try to defend it. I'm seeing a lot of people try to defend it on Twitter, on TikTok. It's just something I thought Kiki Palmer would never do. Out of all people.
Okay, I got you. I got you, J Ho. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for coming. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I definitely agree with Jay. Um, yeah. Uh but I will say this though, Kiki Palmer, just like somebody said in the comments, that Kiki Palmer been acting weird for a little minute. Because people had told me that she had said something in support of R. Kelly. Not to mention her, like, remember when she did that interview with Jonathan Majors, that because of the backlash, she decided not to air it or not to show everybody else the interview that she had already did with Jonathan Majors. So, yeah, she's a weirdo, but you know what I think Kiki Palmer is? I think Kiki Palmer is just like, how you get like pick me's and stuff like that really don't care what happens to nobody unless it's happening to them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she only cares about herself. She doesn't care about the black community. She doesn't care about black women. She doesn't care about none of that. And all she cares about is herself and making some type of money. Which I don't know, I find her to be totally off-putting for sure. For sure. Hey, how you doing, Miss Gabrielle?
Hey, Triggered. Good afternoon. I'm doing well. I saw you were live, so I thought I'd come in and I did see Sinners like I don't know, like a month or so ago. I saw it on HBO Max but yeah, I mean I'm happy to like weigh in on the prompt for sure.
Okay, go ahead, sis.
Yeah, I mean I definitely agreed with your take on it. I didn't think that the whole Annie was it Annie? Annie I think Annie was the one with smoke, right? Or
Uh, I think was it Mary? I hold on, let me look it up. I think it was Annie though. But go ahead. I'll look it up while you talking.
Yeah, I definitely agreed with you because I actually heard you talk about Sinners before I actually saw it, and I did not think it was a love story. Like, from what I saw, like, his character kind of just disappeared and just left her to, I don't know, take care of, the house where they were living or whatever, and he just, like, kind of came back and then they had smecks, but it's like the way he was towards her, he didn't seem to be, um, protecting her or, like wanting to, make her safety the top priority. Like I think in the movie he also wanted her to come work for her. So it's like the entire Smoke versus Annie dynamic was basically built on her laboring for him. And even in the promotional photos of, I guess, Smoke and Annie, it was presented as her almost like there were people in comments saying, oh, she seems like his bodyguard instead of his, his wife. To me, I just didn't see anything romantic in it. And I know a lot of other people thought it was a great love story, but for me, I just didn't see it. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel the same way. I mean, when I talked about it the last time, it was a black woman that came up here and she was like, she said that it was a love story. And I was like, in what world? Like that man popped up after he had abandoned her and she had a miscarriage or a stillborn, whatever, she lost her baby. And this man gave her back shots in a barn while they was both sweaty. Like what? Like, in what world is that romance? Like, for real, what is that? Like, I'm like, no, that is not love. And if you think so, that's scary to me if you think that as a black woman. Because if you think that, what are you allowing in your real life? How are you allowing men to treat you in your everyday life? Like, what are they doing to you? If you think that's love, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are you allowing them to get away with? But, yeah, like, I don't know. I just feel like Southern fried rice and Sinners are the two sides of the same coin, because in Sinners, we purposely, and this is not to be fat phobic or make it seem like plus size black women cannot be attractive, but they casted Annie on purpose in a way to make the whitey woman shine against Annie. And they always like to portray dark-skinned black women in only a few forms, which is, one, you are the loyal, dutiful mammy that is the mule, the workhorse, the slave that's always there, the old shoe that you can always put on. You will either be that, or you will be the hypersexual girl that's willing to sleep with anybody at any time and do any of that. Or number three, you will be the mean, nasty, having an attitude problem, rude, aggressive, dark-skinned black woman. Those are generally the three roles that they give to dark-skinned black women. And to be honest, the fact that there are black people in charge of both of these movies that I'm talking about, and they have done that, that's disgusting. Because if you can't trust for black people, let alone a black woman like Keke Palmer, to push forth healthy images of black women, then who can you trust? You can't trust nobody then. Because if a black woman not going to do it, surely nobody else is going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same way with, if anybody knows, Tyler Perry always does like racist tropes as well. Even in a show called Zatima, the star, her name is Fatima. Her friend is plus size, brown skinned, over sexualized. And I think it was another show that I had saw a few episodes of called Brothers. They had a dark skinned woman in there that was the loyal mule mammy, even though she wasn't plus size. It's just like all of these things always go one and the same. And it's really, I don't know. It's really disgusting. Let me see. Carter, you said you can't get on TV unless you make, you know what? I don't know. I feel like you can't get on TV unless you make black women look some type of way. Did you have something to say, Gabrielle?
Yeah. I was just gonna say with Southern Fried Rice, I'm just genuinely curious, who is the audience for that? Because I know you talked about it in your last live, and you said that a lot of, I think you said BOK women were criticizing it in the comment section. So it's like, who is gonna watch it? Like I just don't get who it's for, Like I don't know. It just seems like a weird. I don't. Maybe I'm missing something, like, because I really haven't looked. I just know about it because you talked about it in the last live. But
I think they're hoping that black women were going to be interested, which is why Keke Palmer got online and was upset at the response that she was receiving. But slowly but surely, Black women are waking up to a degree. So I don't know why in this climate, especially right now, with who we have in office and how
Yeah.
much, you know, how much of a supercharged racial climate it is. Not that it hasn't always been that way, but that it's even worse at this particular time. Why would you think that Black women would want to see some BS like that? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, and to me, even the name of it, like Southern fried rice, that seems, like it's kind of promoting certain stereotypes if you think about just the name and the foods and the way that those are put together. But
And you know
I
what?
don't.
I forgot to say that the writer of the show, who is a Black woman, said that the Black women that have a problem with it are anti-intellectuals. So
How?
we're stupid because we don't want to see an Asian woman centered in a way that Asians would never center us, with her using a black scent, dressed up as her best black girl impression. I can't even believe that. What? Like,
It,
that's so
it,
wild.
yeah, it honestly sounds like something that would be on like Zeus Network. Like I don't know. It just I'm just kind of blown away by it. It's like I don't see how that's anti-intellectual to criticize. Like the creation of that show, it seems anti-intellectual. It's like what possible message or point could there be in that kind of media? Like I genuinely don't understand it. But you know
I feel you. I feel you. Me neither. I just, like I said, I really wish that there was someone in the Black community that had like some money and some influence and some pull that would not sell out Black women. You know what I'm saying? That they would have way more respect for the women that they come from than to do things like this. I just know that Nicole's Closet, you said you wouldn't give her a dime. I'm gonna tell you what, Nicole's Closet, I will never support anything that Keke Palmer does ever again in my life. I went to see Nope with Jordan Peele because she was in there. I will never in my life spend one dime on anything that Keke Palmer has a hand in, ever. I won't give her a view. I won't give her a nothing. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. For real. Because it just ain't right. It ain't right. It ain't right. And like I said, to purposely put a dark-skinned Black woman in that show and paint her as the villain, you knew what you was doing. You know what you was doing when you did that.
yeah,
But
so triggered, what was Nope about? Because I did watch Nope. I don't think I saw it in theaters, but I saw it on something streaming. And like I remember seeing her in it. I remember there was like a storm and them running from the house, but I genuinely did not understand what I there was like someone being attacked by like an animal in like a house or something. But there was just so much stuff going on that I did not understand. Nope. Like what was that movie about?
I think it was like, because they were trying to capture proof of like a UFO.
Right.
And I think it was really like the deeper level about it was to show, because you know how they were like really trying to take a picture and get all of this stuff. I think it was like about kind of like the exploitation that comes along with when you're trying to look for something that's sensationalized. But yeah, I think it was like, if I remember right, wasn't they getting sucked into the sky or something and eaten?
Yes,
Because
it was
yeah.
weird. Yeah, something like that. Now I did see Get Out and I saw Us and I thought both of those are really good and I was really able to enjoy those and like follow the plot and understand what was going on. But I with Nope, I really just I I don't know. I was not able to understand what was happening. But I thought Get Out and Us were pretty good.
Yeah, I think Get Out was probably my favorite Jordan Peele movie. I saw Candyman. I think he had a hand in that, the new Candyman. Wasn't a fan, and I definitely wasn't a fan really of Nope either. And I saw him as well. The new release of Jordan Peele's, with Marlon Wayans. I saw that too.
Oh, I didn't see that one, but or the
Yeah, I saw
Candyman.
that. Yeah, I went to say, well, I'm a horror fan. Like that's like my favorite genre. So if something is like giving horror, I'm probably gonna just check it out just because I just like horror is my favorite genre. But yeah, him was okay. I think it had like a lot of what's the word I can say? It was a lot of things you have to read between the lines on. And
Is it
yeah.
or something, or like Netflix or?
You said what now, Gabrielle?
Oh no, I said for him. Is that streaming on like Peacock or Netflix or one of the?
I saw it at the movies, but now it is at where you can like stream it at your house, like the little theater streaming. But if you
Yeah.
know the links to go to, you can just watch it for free and then get the clear link.
Oh,
You
I
know
know
what
what
I
you're
mean?
talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So sorry, I didn't want to tell nobody, but hey, don't
Yeah.
do that. All right, I don't condone that. Don't condone that. All right. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know. I just found it to be I found Sinners and Southern Fried Rice to be disgusting. And I just feel like moving forward, if I feel like you are not where you need to be for Black women, or you're participating in their erasure, or you're participating in negative stereotypes surrounding Black women, I just can't support you. Like it just literally gives me the ick. Like honestly. And I do believe that we are the only race of people that actively disenfranchise ourselves, because why would you as a Black woman that has power and privilege ever center an Asian woman? Literally nobody else does that but us. That's what, like, it's like embarrassing at this point. No one does that but Black people. And it's just like, when will we as Black people get a freaking glue? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. And I know this is like a side note, but even with for anybody that's like a Black American or whatever, even with like Mona Leo and her song, the when she was calling herself the Solon Black Princess, and everybody liked all of that, but then she goes and gets on the Breakfast Club and starts talking about how white tea people and cops view us all as Black. When do we care about who everybody else views us as? I don't care what white people view me as. All I know is that there's a difference between Black Americans and other people. And for her to go and wash it away and make it seem like now backtrack that doesn't even mean anything. What's the point in saying something that separates you only to backtrack and say, oh no, it's all inclusive, when these same people that you want to include won't do the same for you? Because when everybody has their flags in their bio, their Jamaican flags, their Haitian flags, you know what I'm saying? Their different African flags, nobody says nothing about that. So it's like, I was really liking Mona Leo, but honestly, she turned me off with that. I was just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna be really rocking with her like that. You know what I'm saying? But I already knew that she was a weirdo because her best friend was YT. You talking all this stuff about Black people, this and the whites to the back and all of this stuff, but the girl you got as your, you kikiing it with 24/7 is a YT woman. I already know something in you is conflicted. So and I don't something is giving disingenuous in my opinion. So it's just like, yeah, she a Black woman and I won't slander her or anything like that, but with her, I just feel like she's a weirdo. You could have just never said nothing. You could have just said that you were Pan-African. And there's nothing wrong with people being Pan-African. Do that if that's what you want to do. But acting like you one way to get Black Americans behind you and then switching up on them is weird. Let's see here. Queen Kane, you said, let me see what you look like, Queen Kane. Hold on. Queen Kane, are you a biracial? Are you a biracial, Queen Kane? Are you a biracial woman? Well, that's the first thing I would like to ask you. Are you a biracial woman? Okay, so let me say this, because honestly, I feel like when people ask these questions, there's two things that you could be. Either you're biracial, or two, like respectfully, you're like a lost Negro. Because why would you ask me that question? Like, should we hate white people? That's the problem. Everything that I said about separating, about putting yourself first, about everything white people do, they just don't say it. They do it. So they don't think that's hate. So why do you? And I'll tell you why you think that. It's because you are participating in raccoonery. That's what you're doing right now. Like you're tap dancing right now. You got your tap dance shoes on. And that's embarrassing. Like for me to see you do it. Like honestly, I guess you said queen cane, so you must got a cane that you tap dancing with right now. That's embarrassing. Like, and honestly, because there are so many black people out there like that, that's the reason why we'll never get anywhere. Like, truthfully, because Asian people don't ask these questions when Asian people want to stick together. Indian people don't ask these questions when Indian people want to stick together. You know what I'm saying? White tea people don't ask these questions when they want to stick together. White tea Hispanics don't ask these questions when they want to stick together. But you always got a black person like, why we can't invite them to the cookout? Do you hate them? Why they can't come? Why they can't come with us? Huh? 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 Okay, Toby. Okay, Toby. Like, it's very embarrassing. Like, it's really sad. It's embarrassing. And I really feel like as a black person, if you ask me dumb questions like that, did you go to college? Did you? Do you have any type of degree? Do you have an associate's? Do you have a bachelor's? Do you have a master's? Do you have a doctorate? Do you have anything? Because you can't be educated on black history for you to ask goofy questions like that. You can't be. It's impossible. And this is what I would say, and this is no disrespect. Honestly, what you should do is, if you got the money, take 2 classes at your local community college, African American history, and something else. You know what I'm saying? That will help you to critically think. Maybe like the baseline English course that will help you in that endeavor. Because there's no way in the world that you could be this goofy in 2025 and ask a question like that. And then you ask me, do I have white people in my family? No, I don't. I don't. My mama black, my daddy black. Both of my grannies is black. Both of my grandpas is black. No, I don't. My aunt is married to a white man, and I don't even talk to her. Haven't talked to her in like 20 years. Not because of that, but I just don't speak with her. And she doesn't have any kids. So no, I don't. So like, please stop. If you want to tap dance for massa, do that. But this is not a space for that. You should be ashamed of yourself. Really, you should. You should be ashamed. And honestly, I believe that like that's the reason why like the CIA was able to infiltrate so many black movements, because no matter what is going on, there's always a tap dancer willing to do that. They're willing to overlook their people and tap dance for the man. And that's disgraceful. Like, honestly, do better, Queen Kane, do better. Okay, let me go up here to Calandra. Hey, Calandra, how you doing?
Good, Trigger. How are you?
Pretty good. How you doing, sis?
I'm okay. So I didn't see. Is Southern Fried Rice a movie?
It's a series on, I think, YouTube. Keke Palmer's behind.
Oh my God, that movie with that Asian going to an HBCU.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the crazy part about it is? They literally sued and got online and was saying black women were getting into nursing school over with a 2.5 GPA, literally sued because of affirmative action, implying that black people were getting into college just because we're black. And the fact that Keke Palmer supports her like that don't really surprise me with her. Fat black mammy trope. I was very disgusted with Keke Palmer with that, because how do you even do that? They're the reason why we don't have affirmative action no more. And it was literally Asian men getting on Twitter telling black women who were nurses, I bet you wouldn't have went to school now. And then they be very racist to black people. Flat black mammy. What do you mean by number 2?
I mean that like that's how they portray black women in a lot of shows. They either do, like I said earlier, they do three things. They'll either place a plus size black woman in there and make her a mammy, a mule, a workhorse. She's sacrificing her life for, you know what I'm saying, the black man, or even for the white man, they'll do that. Or number two, when they put a dark skinned black woman, they'll make her evil, mean, nasty, aggressive, having an attitude problem for no reason. Or number three, she will be hyper sexualized. She'll be having intercourse with all of these dudes, acting out and all of that. And those are normally the three roles that I see that they only allow dark skinned black women to be in.
Oh, I do agree with you. I do agree with you on that. I definitely think I don't like the way they write plus size men. I don't like the way they write dark skinned girls, and I really hate when it's black women doing it. Um, I didn't like how Mar Brocky Kill wrote. I don't know if you ever saw what's the name of that show, Being Mary James with Gabrielle Union. I don't like as somebody who wants to be a screenwriter. I feel like it's more things you can write about than just people being black women going through problems with a man. I feel like the black experience is a lot, and I really feel like they could do more. I definitely think we should start gatekeeping. I don't think we should be cool with everybody, and I definitely think a lot of people who write are doing it from a self-hating thing. I don't think Keke Palmer should have did that movie at all. I'm sorry. I don't support stuff like that. For you to talk about Asian girl going to an HBCU, girl, why? Like, what was the reason for that? I don't get it. But gatekeeping, I do think we should gatekeep. I don't think people should be allowed to whatever cookout they be talking about. Yeah, I'm not with none of that. Breaking the black women program and shit. What do you mean by number 4?
Just like I feel like we as black women have been programmed to do certain things, and we've got to figure out how to stop doing that. Because I really do think that the fact that there are so many black women with zero loyalty to the collective of black women that will actively harm black women and then want those same black women that they are harming to consume the content that they are making is crazy.
I absolutely agree with that. I think we need to stop feeling like we got to protect other people. We need to start minding our own business and relaxing. We don't need to try to save anybody, get nobody no blueprint. That's not our job. That ain't our role. And I feel like Keke Palmer, it's so much wrong with her. I don't even know where to start because, yeah, it's a lot wrong with her.
You know, I can't say. All I know is that all I'm gonna say is that I will never support her again. You have something to say, Gabrielle?
Yeah, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just
Oh
gonna
no,
say
it's okay.
yeah, no, I definitely agree with what Kalandra was saying about number 4, and I think that can actually tie into like the political, or sorry, the climate. I promise I'm not gonna go into the whole political thing, but I just think with stuff that's happening, there have been people online kind of criticizing, like the 92%, how people were and how be okay with. I'm sure you saw the 92% thing online that trended after like a year ago after the election, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I've seen within, I'm going to say the past few weeks or months or so, people saying, oh, well, the 92% shouldn't be resting as much. And look at what's happening. I've seen almost like a split. And it's like, but why shouldn't the 92% rest? Like at the end of the day, we voted in a way that would have been best for the country. And like enough people did not vote alongside us to get the result that would have been better. And so it's like, why should we now care? Like, I mean, like I am leaving the US in like less than what 50 days at this point on December 8th. Like I just can't deal with it anymore. But even outside of me, like there's just this push in saying that the 92% needs to stop resting and needs to get into the fray. And that was kind of talked about. I saw people talking about that in relation to the whole No Kings protest. And it's like why? It's like if other people had voted the way they should have voted, the country, it wouldn't be perfect, but it wouldn't be going that down the trajectory that it's going down now. And it's like, I mean, there's really nothing that can really be done realistically, and the 92% coming out of our rest would not change anything. So I mean, I just think that kind of ties into number 4, of what you were saying about like putting ourselves first. I think maybe it was Kalandra was saying it, but putting ourselves first and not trying to like save everyone, especially people who could have saved themselves by voting the right way and you know opted not to almost a year ago. So I just kind of wanted to add that because I just like kind of like tying that into you know what you were saying. I thought it was relevant.
All right, I got you. I got you. Yeah, I definitely think what you said is relevant. Gabrielle, for sure. I did want to respond to somebody in the comments. Tyrell, I really feel like this is a troll profile, but the fact that you're in here talking about like dating white tea women and you don't like nobody cares. Like, and I really wish that a lot of you weirdos like yourself, you're a weirdo and you look very highly zesty, like you know, like you probably your grinder account be like going off when you get in big spaces with a whole bunch of dudes. Like no one cares what you're doing. Nobody cares if you don't like black women. Nobody cares if you don't date black women. Nobody cares anything about you, like at all. Like honestly, like you look actually ridiculous, honestly. You look like you play with yourself in the back of movie theaters. Like, do you think we really care? And I think that's the problem, is that it's a lot of y'all that have a bigger viewpoint of yourself than you should have. Like, truthfully, no one cares about nobody wants you. Like you say that, we say that to men. Like, hold on. Let me hold on. Hold on. I hate it when y'all make me do this. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. Oh my gosh. Sir, you look like you like black men way more than you like black women. So I don't even understand what you in here for. Like legitimately. Like you look like you probably go every day to the waxers to get that pussy waxed. I don't understand exactly what the purpose. You don't want us. You want a feller. So why aren't you somewhere chasing after the black men that you really want? Find your king, sis. Find your king, queen. Like what are we talking about? Like honestly, like what is this? What are you? You look like Sideshow Bob. Like I really need y'all to like really legitimately. Do you honestly believe that any woman in here is upset that you won't talk to them? Honestly, do you really do you really think that? Do you really think that? I know you don't really think that. You can't possibly think that. So I just want you to know, like, honestly, you can't think that. And if you do, like, you really are a certifiable maniac. You are a maniac. Maniac on the floor. Like, for real, you're a maniac, honestly. Like, honestly, I'm not even playing. But yeah, Kalandra, you can block him now, sis. He can go now. It's literally no purpose. It's no
He's biracial, Trigger. I think he's biracial. He literally just got in your comments and said, "What's wrong with being a biracial man?" I think his mom is named Big Beth Ann.
You know what? He probably a troll though. Like, I refuse to take that man seriously, Kalandra. I refuse to believe it. I refuse to believe that he was serious. I refuse to think that he was serious. If he was serious, I am too scared. Too scared. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Mom is named Big Beth Ann, Trigger. I'm telling you. Ugly black man with a bald head and a fat white woman named Big Beth Ann is his mom. I bet my check on that.
Oh my goodness. Who kissed a dog in the mouth too? You forgot that. You forgot that. Oh my goodness. Lord have mercy. Oh my goodness.
I'm sad I missed that live you did about boy moms. I wish I was not at work because I had something to say about that.
I'm gonna do, you know what? I'll do another one on boy moms because I forgot it was some story. It's escaping my mind right now of a black mother. She just is another one that just did something crazy. So we definitely can run that topic back for sure. For sure. But yeah, like I said, I don't know. I seen a lot of black women that seem to be very intelligent and very, you know, just very intelligent and like they know what they talking about, that have had some really good takes on the Southern fried rice thing. And it seems like the consensus is that black women are not with it. And I'm so, so, so glad that black women are not with this, because I really feel like to let Keke Palmer get away with this, for us not to give any pushback to, in my opinion, which is essentially propaganda, for us as black women to not give any pushback against propaganda is to feel like everyone can just play in our face. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I feel. So I'm just glad that the general consensus, at least what I've seen, is the majority of black women are not with it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so, so, so happy about that. Because when I saw that, I was like, y'all, you, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, I was flabbergasted. Let's see here. Mac, you said you're surprised at the few people who are still supporting it. You know what? Me too. Me too. Me too. I feel like, yeah, I agree with you, Mac. You say you could be open-minded and have standards. I definitely agree. Like, you can have an open mind, but it's certain things that you can't have an open mind about. Certain things you have to say, no, that's full stop. That's not right. You know? Let's see here. Maya the Muse, you said, what did Kiki do? I think if you don't know, I would just go to YouTube, look up the trailer to a series called Southern Fried Rice. Just like put in like Southern Fried Rice, Keke Palmer, or something like that, and the trailer will pop up. And then you'll see what we're talking about, Maya. Yeah. But like I said, I think Keke Palmer is like a weirdo. And you know what I think? I think she's messing up her legacy. Like, because, you know, Keke Palmer was liked by everybody. You know, they called her like the baby Angela Bassett and all of that stuff. And people were saying they really liked her and all of that. And now she's just undoing everything that she's done. And I don't understand the purpose of black people that do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. Nikki, you said Tyrell can go back in his cave. I blocked Tyrell, or Kalandra blocked Tyrell, Nikki. He's gone, Nikki. Let's see here. Kale's the great. You said she's doing a lot. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just feel like this is what, and y'all can tell me what y'all think, but this is what I don't understand. I don't understand why black people are the only ones that will center other races above us. No one else does that. Why do black people do it? Do y'all ever wonder why that is? That's my question. I wonder. I think black people are sick. You know what I'm saying? And it's not all of us, of course, but I think that a lot of us are sick. It's just the same way that black woman that was in here, what was her name? Queen Kane or something like that. She was a sick Negro. Like, why? What is that? Why? Why do we? But okay, so Spotty says low racial self-esteem. And I agree. But why though? And with all of the information that we have at our hands now, why does the low racial self-esteem still persist? Why? Jabs, you said you definitely agree. You love what Mona Leo's doing. I love what Mona Leo was doing at first until she went on the Breakfast Club and sold out. You know what I'm saying? Before then I was, but she doesn't stand on business, so I can't respect her either. Let's see here. Max says product of home environment. She was the breadwinner since she was a kid. Oya says some black people are revealing the mental illness of living with white people for 400 years. I agree with that perspective, Oya. Let's see here. Spotty says they see the money and engagement and they get behind this ridiculousness. Yeah, and you know what? That could be too. That could be too. A lot of it could be money motivated. You know, a lot of it could be money motivated. Oh, Kalandra, go ahead. You said you got some more thoughts. Go ahead, sis.
I know Kiki Palmer's single mother behind did not write a show where you have an Asian woman cosplaying in black culture. Did this woman just say being black is the only thing I know? Kiki, you really tried it. And this is the problem that I have with them. Why is it every time that you use a person of another race into black culture, you go into stereotypes? Why do they have to act like the stereotypical black person? And Kiki Palmer, for you to do that after those people are racist, Asian people are related to this. They're some of the most racist people I've ever dealt with in my life. I remember I was going to nail salons, right? Trigger. And they would always make me pay before I painted. And I never understood that until I got older. And I was like, dang, that's why. But the fact that you got this Asian woman saying so like that, Kiki Palmer, you gotta be ashamed of yourself. And then you put her in an HBCU where they're literally the reasons why affirmative action was overturned. And at the end of the day, you're on Twitter. You saw them getting online and saying that black people were getting into nursing school, black women in particular. This Asian boy was saying that we were getting into nursing schools with a 2.5 GPA. Show me somebody that got into nursing school with a 2.5 GPA. Because I know people that were in those classes and their GPAs was higher than ever. Like A. And the fact that you made that show, girl, somebody need to punch you upside the head. I'm sorry, that just made me.
I told you. I said if you saw the trailer, like that was gonna make you be like, bro, because it's mad disrespectful. It's mad disrespectful. Imagine they over there in Asia, they are still drawing black characters with dark skin and big red lips. And big red lips. And you think that they would sit there and let a fully black person come up there and say, being Asian is all I know. You think that they would ever let us play like that? You know they wouldn't. That's what's crazy. Okay, go ahead, Gabrielle, and then I'll go up there to tea.
Yeah, so I actually just like Googled Southern fried rice and I went to the Black Ladies subreddit and one of the ladies said that it is as terrible as we all think. She said that in the second episode, there's this woman named Joy who is basically just supposed to be the character who has stereotypes. And she also said that Coco, who I guess is the main character of the show, talks in a black accent and that the whole thing is a disaster. So, I mean, and that's just what I saw from just like while I was listening to Kalandra, just like doing a Google for like 5 seconds of the show. So, yeah, I mean, it really it sounds really bad.
Oh, so it's so ridiculous, y'all. Let me go up here to T Baby and then Gigi.
Hey, y'all.
Hey.
So I just wanted to echo what everybody's saying. I saw the first episode, and basically, it's even worse than y'all think because she has a best friend. I don't know if you guys covered this already, but she has a best friend who's black who also got accepted to the HBCU, but she couldn't go because she got pregnant. And she left her behind to work at Walgreens or work at a liquor store or something. And she sent her off with a gold chain around her neck. And then throughout the series or throughout the episode, every time a black man enters the scene, it's slow music. He's walking slow. It turns into like basically she's there for the black men. Like they keep stop, Ryder. They keep sexualizing the black men into, the Asian or the biracial thing versus just. I'm so sorry, y'all. Go ahead. My dog won't stop.
Okay, I got you. Yeah, I heard about that as well. I saw some clips of that too. The fact that there aren't so many young black women that ended up being pregnant, that still went to school, that still managed to achieve their dreams, that didn't go and work at Walmart or Walgreens or whatever. Just disgraceful. Like, honestly, bro, let me keep going. Let me go up here to Gigi. Go ahead, Gigi.
Hey, ladies. Back off of what T said, there's also a light-skinned black girl character who's like the only one, I guess, that is like, come on, girl, we're gonna get through this together. Kind of framing the light-skinned black girl as the one who's accepting, trying to show her around, but all the dark-skinned black girls are like mean and like her roommate and stuff. But I saw a comment on a TikTok. It was an Asian woman talking about Kiki's show, and she's saying, I'm so confused by this. Like, who was this for? And in the comments, somebody said this was based off a book.
I think she got a phone call. Okay, yeah, go ahead, Gigi.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so I looked up the book, and the book is by a woman named Cindy Wilson, who is a Korean woman who was adopted by a Southern black family, and the name of her book is called
I think she might. Okay, yeah, go ahead. I didn't hear what you said the name of the book was.
it's called Too Much Soul. That's what it's called, but SOUL. And it's basically, I think the show is based off this woman's book because she's a Korean woman adopted by a black family. She ends up going to HBCU and she's detailing like her experiences. I quickly read this review of somebody did as they read the book, and they basically are saying, oh, it's really shallow. She basically is trying to relate to black people on a shallow level. It should have been deeper. It talks about her trying to fit in there and her cheerleading experiences and blah blah blah. It's kind of echoing. The review echoed like the trailer, like how shallow and stereotypical it is. But the reviewer did say if you watch her interviews on YouTube, Cindy Wilson's interviews, it's much deeper. But overall, if you're gonna make a show, they could have did it in a better way. They could have explored this Asian woman's identity in a different way without the stereotypes, without
I feel like they could have explored it by not doing it at all. That's
right.
the only way to do it.
You're right. You're right.
In a time where those people literally sued for affirmative action and got on here saying that black people were only getting in colleges because they were black, that is not okay. And I'm sorry, but Kiki Palmer needs to be punched back to reality.
Condra, you are so right. I felt like it's so tone deaf. It is such a tone deaf. Like, why is this needed? Why is this needed? Nobody asked for this. Who was in the writer's room saying, you know what would be great? If we had an Asian girl going to an all-black college, what shenanigans would she get up into? What? I don't know. I don't know.
I almost kind of feel like this show coming out when it comes out is kind of indicative of like the climate in America and the way that so much stuff just seems to be going backwards, because it's like I have not seen the show, the trailer. Like, I refuse to watch it because everything I've heard, it really just doesn't sound good. But even what you were saying, Gigi, came about like the overt stereotypes that are in it, that, you know, kind of media being pumped out with the current climate that we're in. It just, unfortunately, that it seems to be the direction things are going. Like, there was the whole American Eagle ad, and then there have been like all of these controversies of like these shows and, you know, these ads like having these, you know, like stereotypes and dog whistles and, you know, like underhanded undertones. And I don't know, it's really unfortunate. But yeah, that's just my theory on it, though. That I just kind of feel that might be why we're seeing more and more of this kind of stuff.
Sorry, I had to unmute myself. It was like stuck. I would just say that yeah, I definitely agree with what Gigi Cam Bam says in the comments. Black women are under attack, and I understand what you're saying too, Gabrielle. I just hope that the only way I feel like we can combat any of this stuff is to honestly, because these people, they only care about the bottom line, the money and the fame or clout that they can get by pushing for certain things. So if we can strip them of that, not give them any money, not let them make any money, publicly humiliate them, take their image down like Keke Palmer, make sure that she becomes washed up, then maybe in the future, people will think twice about playing with black women and the black community and spitting in our faces. That's the only thing I can think of, is that's the reason why I wanted to have the live, is because I want us to get on one accord, because if we do, we can do anything. Look at what happened with Target. You know what I'm saying? We have the power to do things, and I think what they count on is like us just saying, "Oh, it's not that big a deal," or "Oh, well, at least we got something," and we still support. But if we stop supporting and then we never support the person that even put it forth to us in the first place, I think they'll stop doing these things. You know, at least that's what I hope. That's what I hope. I hope.
I just saw something on Reddit said that the show has apparently been either being written or worked on since 2015, which I don't know if that's relevant to anything, but I don't know. Like, I know you mentioned, or I think it was one of the ladies or you triggered who mentioned that how many people would have had to approve like the stuff for the show to even make it to air, and it's just weird that this has apparently been in the making for a decade and no one, really looked at it and thought this is not the direction we should go, especially with the whole storyline and the overt stereotypes. But yeah, I'm kind of blown away that this has been apparently been being written since 2015. Like, that's another thing I saw just now, and I was reading about it in the Black Ladies subreddit.
That's crazy to be working on something for a decade and to put it out and it is trash, hot garbage. I think that's crazy. Crazy, crazy. Okay. I just, like I said, if anybody doesn't take anything from the live, the only thing that I really want people to take from it is to do not support this series. Do not support Keke Palmer moving forward. Do not let her get away with disrespecting the collective of Black women. Do not let her get away with casting a plus size, dark skinned Black woman and making her have an attitude and be the mean, nasty, aggressive, dark skinned Black woman, giving that as a trope. Do not allow her to get away with that. And then also, and if you didn't know that's what they meant to do, they make the light-skinned woman in there the nice one that's saying, "Oh, there, Asian girl. Let me comfort you from this evil, dark-skinned Black woman." Like, honestly, the clips that I saw, that's exactly what's going on. So, like, if you are a brown to dark-skinned Black woman, you should be highly insulted and angry about that, because pushing forth those narratives cause harm in your real life. For real. Like, in your real life. And it's happened to me too. So I just, no, like, for real. Okay, I'm about to go ahead, Mac.
Hey, Mac. Hi. I just wanted to say hi, everyone, first of all. Hope
Hey.
everyone is going well. I just wanted to say when I first saw it kind of pop up, I really thought it was like some kind of a recipe because my algorithm is like food, mocktail, stuff like that. So I was just like, well, this is not what I thought it was going to be. So I was just like, I'm like, is this real? And I'm like, is this satire? And so I'm just like, and I started thinking, like, is this AI? And I was like, oh no, this is real. And I saw more people talking about it. And I was like, oh, this is real. I said, you know what? This is like Bamboozled, that movie by Ken Ivory Wayans. I'm like, oh, this is it in real life. I'm like, this is really happening. So yeah, that was my thing. And then so number one, I was at the Southern Fried Rice and Sinners. I haven't seen Sinners. In my mind, when it comes to like Mississippi movies, I'm always like, yeah, I kind of know where they're always going to go, so I just avoid them. Number two, it's always the same tropes of either the mammy, Jezebel, Sapphire, black best friend, disposable girlfriend, black girlfriend. That's like a newer one. There's always this list, and the gatekeeping separation. There's always going to be people who always want to be understanding and bring everyone in. I'm like, okay, but It's just like if you saw like a snake, would you like, oh, come on in? No. You're gonna be like, no, get rid of it. So in my mind, I'm like, ugh. And then the breaking the programming, that's something that each person has to sit there and really do their own homework with and figure out how they're gonna go about this world of being happy with who they are. Because being black is nothing that you have to fix. Being like, this is who you are, and realize the work is on them. Like, it's not my job to help people figure out right from wrong. That was their parents' job or some guardian. That's not my job. So, that's just kind of my thoughts on the 4. And the fact that I was bamboozled because I thought it was a recipe. Because I was like, oh, what's this? Are they gonna have greens in it? I was thinking it was gonna be a crazy recipe. I was surprised. That's all.
All right, I got you, Mac. And I tell you what, I bet you were so unpleasantly surprised.
Absolutely, because I was like, oh, okay, and I was like, wait a minute, I couldn't believe it. I said, not her in bamboo earrings. I'm like, is that finger away? I said, you know what? Go into my settings because I block people. The block party has unlimited occupancy. I was like, block this hashtag, block, 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 block. I said, I don't want any of this coming up.
I can understand that. I know I first saw someone, it was a black woman, and she had a take on it. And I was like, I agree with everything she was saying, but I was like, what is she talking about though? And so then I went to YouTube to look at the trailer. And then when I looked at the trailer, I was flabbergasted. I was like, oh, this is a big deal. And I was like, I can guarantee you a lot more black women are going to get mad as soon as this starts floating around. And lo and behold, that's exactly what happened. And, but what's even more upsetting is the black women that don't see a problem, with it. I think that's more terrible. Cause why in the world don't you see a problem with this? Yes, Spidey, they love playing it in our face. Cause that's exactly what this is. Like, and I want people, like, I really think that we got to start using the right words and terminology. This is a violent act, period. It really, 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 really is. It is. And I just not with it. You know, I didn't really have anything to say to make this like a long drawn out live, you guys. I just really wanted to talk about it because I want people to understand how serious and terrible like this really is. It's what is it? Well, depending on where you guys are, it could be 5, 6, or 7, 30. But I'll probably just end this live and I might come back a little later. But if I do, it will be a different topic other than this. So I'm going to go and see if you guys have anything else to say. I'll start at the top with Mac. Did you have anything else to say, sis?
No, I was going to say thank you so much. And I would encourage people that just be mindful of what you like on the app and just check the people's hashtags so it doesn't come into your For You P. And honestly, just swipe up and block because we have to keep in mind everything you consume, you eventually kind of take on. So what you look at, what you listen to, just everything. So for me, it's like I'm just very mindful of anything that I consume in any form or fashion. So that's what I would recommend to everyone is really be cautious because it's the little things over a long period of time that can really stick with you.
All right. I got you, Mac. I agree. Let me go down here to Gigi.
Yes. Thinking about number 2, being a black woman or black little girl, having to see all these negative tropes, stereotypes on us for years, and it just never stops. It really does a number on our mental health and psychology. And the really sad part about it is that nobody cares. And nobody cares, and then nobody has empathy or understands where our frustrations come from when we're talking about this. Also leads into like when we're talking about these types of things, people just don't understand like what's the big deal. It's because nobody cares about how we're seen, our mental health, our psychology, and no other group of people is treated like this. No. And it is honestly, it just really hurts my heart. Like it really hurts my heart. And thinking about number 4, breaking the programming. I think you may be asking Trig how to break the programming. Honestly, I really don't know. I really don't know how to if you explain what you mean by number 4, maybe I could go into it more. If you I know you're trying to get off the live, but what do you mean by number 4?
Oh, I was just saying, how do we break the programming that we have been given as Black women? Like indoctrination by all the stereotypes and things. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't know, because even when Black people are put in positions of power, like Kiki, to make our media, to make things, tell our stories, these are the type of stories being told. And I honestly, I don't know. I don't know. That's all I have.
All right. I got you, Gigi. Yeah, it's just saying. That's all I can say. Let me go down here finally to Miss Gabrielle.
Yeah, thank you. I really did enjoy this live. And yeah, if you come back with a different topic, I definitely would be happy to join that live as well. I just want to wrap up because I know you're closing out. By number 4, I think, and I put it in the chat, I think the best way we can break the programming is by putting ourselves first and, not being afraid to be seen as quote unquote selfish. I mean, I know it's going to vary from person to person, but I just think what is best for you, what works for you, do that. I mean, and I really think in this climate, with the direction that things are going in the United States, I think it's more important than ever for us to really just put ourselves first and not be concerned with, oh, what is this person going to think, or what is this group going to think. It's like, just do what is good for you, and I get that might sound selfish to some people, but I think a degree of selfishness is healthy, and I think that in us doing that, that can set an example, for, BLK girls, So I just think on an individual level, like if we all do that, that will, have a ripple effect. And, I think send a really positive message. But that's just kind of what I think. That's just what I do personally. I'm always going to put myself first and, prioritize my own safety and comfort and wellness. And I think other BLK women can, do the same. And, yeah, that's just my theory on number 4.
All right. I got you, Gabrielle. I appreciate you. I just want to say I appreciate all the ladies that came up here today in the box. Miss Gabrielle, Miss Gigi, Miss Mac, and also Kalandra. I appreciate you guys. And like I said, I don't know if I've had a chance to speak with Mac before, but appreciate you, sister. I hope I get a chance to talk to you again moving forward. Oh, wait a minute. And I think somebody else came up here too. T baby came up as well. Thanks for coming too. All right, you guys. Well, I think I'm gonna try to come back, but it'll be like later, like on the late night tip. You know what I'm saying? Today is Friday. But yeah, it'll be a different topic. And I'll see you guys later. And yeah, so I'll be back. Bye.